mine.
So how do I get on the page?
Go to Podcast Detroit on Facebook. Yep. And then I'm gonna also put it onto the Real Nurses of Detroit. Y'all didn't send me no. Y'all gonna have to introduce yourselves. Okay, we live. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a watch party. I think.
I just put.
That's what I was about to do.
Yeah, that's gonna be the easiest way.
How do you do that?
You can when you share it from the live, do watch party. Sorry. All right, we are live. This is the Real Nurses of Detroit, and this is your favorite nurse practitioner. Let me get it together, because I got that WAP. Who got that WAP, though? Some in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in us. 7 days a week.
It's horse.
Oh.
He did just say that it was horse.
Okay.
We have to use correct English.
Oh, my bad. Damn. Okay, well, can we introduce ourselves? I hear somebody's phone.
I can't. You gotta do it.
Is it my phone?
I don't know if it's playing.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so give us a minute, y'all. We got to do mic checks and stuff and share stuff on the right pages and favorites. Ooh!
Now, whose phone is that?
That's hers. I'm trying to share it to do a watch party on her page. I'm just going to tag you on my page. I don't know what to do.
Just turn the volume down.
Oh, I don't know how to work it. Oh. You like the way you work it.
She got one Android phone.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, what's our rule?
Because I got an Android.
Exactly. So she doesn't get some of the text that I sent her.
Bet.
Some of the email. She don't be here.
Android issue.
It is.
That's why
issue.
Let's introduce everybody. I am your favorite nurse practitioner, NPV. I'm NP Bay. We have Dr. Bay in the house. That's Dr. Nicole.
Hi guys.
Turn your volume down. And then we have Nurse Bay.
Hey, Nurse Bay Sway.
Hey, Ball Diva, aka the Ball Diva.
Ball Diva with a little bit of Rona hair.
Okay.
So you got to have your volume off, or it's going to cause an echo in the file.
No, once you do, okay. And then we got Psych Bay. That's Nikki. There's two Nicoles here. That's Nikki.
That's Nicole. I'm Nikki.
That's Nikki and that's Nicole. Dr. Bay and Psych Bay. So I want you guys to tell us a little bit about I'm just so excited you guys are here. Oh, we have one more guest host. Nurse Shar, Nurse Shar will be here. She's fashionably late because she works at 7 to 7. But we have Tiani Spears is a celebrity blogger, and he will be here. He'll be coming in via Zoom because he's out of state in about a half an hour. So we'll see what's going on, in celebrity world, because we keep up with the Brandies and Camila Harris and
Kamala.
Hey, that's my sister.
I like her.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Every doctor that's come on here has been in a sorority or fraternity. You are a
AKA.
Okay, shout out the AKAs. Okay.
You and this Belle.
I mean, she didn't need it.
I am so
she didn't need it.
I just got started.
She ain't even got started. For real.
The sun is shining. Let me go on my Snapchat. So, listen, y'all. I missed y'all, though. I have missed y'all. We back from, this is only our second time in the studio.
Third, because I missed one, right?
Yeah, you were here for one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know because you got an Android and I don't text.
We called her this morning.
Wait a minute.
And she sent me back an instant reply that said, "Only FaceTime me. Androids are not accepted." I said, "Now what is this?" now what is this?
We're gonna point out the fact that Apple technology is behind.
And I don't accept green text messages. Wow. If you're dating me, you got to get an iPhone. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not dating you, and Androids work.
Wow.
Android's
Your iPhone
technology
is the issue.
actually faster because the Note
And the
4
camera
is
is
the same thing as the
immaculate.
I
I will
have
say that.
4 cameras.
I will say that.
4?
The camera on
4.
the Android is
Mm.
not. It's great compared to the iPhone. But
Absolutely.
We're gonna catch up though.
You guys have 3
I mean,
gigabytes of storage.
if you
that's
like
it.
2-year-old technology with great marketing, that's cool. That's
Did he
you.
say 2 years old?
That's yeah.
And he's being very nice.
Who are
with
you
that.
referring to?
iPhones.
Oh, okay.
I knew
yeah,
he
yeah,
was.
yeah.
I knew that.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah,
I knew he was.
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
us.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they always say about us.
Yeah.
It's some haters up in here. It's some haters in the house. There's some haters in the house. 7 days a week.
I don't have nothing to say. I just will say this. The reason that I didn't get your text message has nothing to do with me having an Android.
She said
It's
she had
all
you
about
blocked.
your Apple iOS.
Oh, you blocked me?
Did you do an update on
She
your
blocked
phone?
No, honey.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know what you guys
My
go
bill
through.
is paid, boo.
So is mine.
I don't listen.
Early.
I ain't say nothing about that. Now I ain't getting no stimulus check. And who did anybody get some hazard pay? We're gonna check in every week. Check in, tap in if you got a hazard pay.
My coworkers are watching, so I'm going to have a silent protest.
It's so quiet in here.
Let's just
Hello?
sip to that.
Hello? Nobody got hazard pay? Do y'all all work in the city of Detroit?
No,
Yes, I do.
I don't.
You don't.
I don't either, but I got a form of hazard pay. A form.
What does that mean?
I was contracted to go.
In a Corona.
Yeah,
You-
but not in my not if I wouldn't have.
I got
No.
hazard stay. Hazard stay my ass at home.
I wasn't working with COVID patients without some type of. I mean, I'm just being honest. I wouldn't do that.
Without what?
Some type of hazard pay, compensation,
Moolah, cash,
Money.
cheese,
Cash money.
pesos.
all that.
Why with the G in the front?
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
I didn't
not
have
the
a
40 ball.
Right.
The what?
Not the 40 ball.
Girl.
Listen, I'm beyond a 40 ball. At this point in time in my life, I can't. If you only try to if I ask you for some money and you my man, and you offer, listen, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a pack of gum and you give me $40, I'm breaking up with you.
It's almost
Minimum
like
is
that's a
100.
running joke. Like it's almost like a
My
like where
cash
did that
app is
come
gotta love
from?
Nikki.
Right.
Accept all the 40 balls.
What?
I don't know where that came from.
40
Where
ball
did
that up. Thanks.
You take $40?
40 times 10 is what?
Okay.
What? Are you calculating?
No, I'm not.
Hold on. Shout outs to my husband David. I'm just playing, baby.
She's married. She's married, y'all.
He's downstairs. I'm just joking.
Are we
Uh-huh.
gonna touch on the
So yeah, what's the topic? Yeah, let's talk
entanglement, right?
about
No.
No.
That's what they said. They said
Oh,
that.
don't point at me.
They said I didn't. I did not.
Who's they?
I'm moving in with Dr. Nikki when I get kicked out of my house.
I didn't
She
say
wanted
that.
to talk about entanglements, but that's not the
I
whole.
don't. I do not. What you looking over here for?
We're talking about the Black professional woman
Uh-huh.
and dating. That's what you
I
said.
thought that's what we were talking
That's
about.
Dating? Not dating.
Or why is
Professional
it so hard
environment
to
and
get
mental
a
health.
date or a man? Or let me look at this text.
That's not.
message,
That
'cause-
is
It was
not.
supposed
See,
to be
them
professionals and mental
androids.
health.
That's
See,
the androids. See them.
It was professionals and
Y'all
mental
don't even
health.
be doing your homework at all.
And why Black women get dogged out in the media or on Facebook, online, and why can't we support each other as people? That's what the topic was.
Right. My question is, when are Black women ever going to be good enough for Black people? We talking Beyonce, Black is King. We talking, what's her name?
Kamala.
Yeah, Kamala Harris.
Like the
She ain't
Alice.
Black enough, apparently. We're having debates about how Black is she. Are we talking about the Nigerian doctor? You know I feel some type of way about that. Not because I have roots in Africa, but I mean, it don't matter how educated you are, Cardi B. It don't matter if you had a past as a stripper, Meg Thee Stallion. It don't matter how successful you are, how much
Wait,
money you
I'm
got.
sorry to cut you off. Did Meg Thee Stallion used to be a stripper? I wasn't aware.
No,
No,
she's not.
Cardi
She
B
actually
was.
was in college.
I
and
thought so.
a straight A
I just
stripper.
wanted to clarify. Go
No,
ahead.
Cardi
Yeah.
B has a.
Cardi B
I know
was a
she,
stripper.
Yeah, no, Meg was in college.
I
with
think she's
4.0,
still in college.
but she
Yeah.
had a 4.0. Still does.
Okay, good.
Health administration.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, we actually spent the last year dragging Harriet Tubman. She is rolling in her grave. I'm
Who
sick
dragged
of this.
I didn't drag Harriet. Mm-mm. I wasn't there, Harriet. You let my people go. No, wasn't me.
Who
My
else?
ancestors here, y'all talking about me. I'm just clearing my soul.
I think
I mean, I had remember when they dragged Gabrielle Douglas.
Gabby Douglas.
Union too. Union. Also, who else? Serena Williams.
Oh yeah, when they said she had an attitude.
She has
For
an
the same exact
attitude.
thing.
She can't wear certain stuff.
Yep.
Right.
She needs to be going against men because of her build. She's not. I mean,
She's
what?
not feminine enough.
Who else? Michelle Obama. She's
Oh,
an angry
goodness.
black woman.
Or when they not saying she was born Michael. That was just coming up recently.
And
on my
they're questioning if she ever gave birth or was ever pregnant with her kids.
because she doesn't have.
who are we speaking of? I'm sorry.
Michelle Obama. And if you guys reference becoming, if you guys read a book, because they tell us if you want to hide stuff from black people, then
Put it in the book.
put it in the book because y'all don't read.
Mhm.
Because y'all on social media dragging black women. Because what did Malcolm X said? The most unprotected and disrespectful of all women are.
The black woman.
And
That's
she would
true.
like to
It's sad,
clarify
but it's
that
true.
by
It's
book she
extremely
does not mean
sad.
Facebook. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nikki.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I don't care if it's Black Twitter. I don't care if it's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I don't care. Y'all drag. I'm getting my
But on the
feelings.
same end, black women these days are not giving men or people much to respect, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It has to be said. It is.
need a
Wait a minute.
It just is what it is.
So what about, what's her name? Say her name again.
Kamala.
So if we put her resume up against anybody that wants to drag her, what you think?
Can I comment on that?
Please comment.
Because my comment is going to go against the grain. You're probably going to put me in the same category of those dragging.
I'm sorry.
I'm willing to accept that.
Excuse me, get up on that mic because I can't hear you.
Okay, so listen. So this is what it is.
What is it?
We can go by past. We can go by present. The issue is, I believe in protecting black women, but I also believe in protecting black people. And I cannot defend the actions of a black woman against a multitude of black people.
Let's hold that thought because we have a guest that I have to introduce.
Hello.
I am so happy to see you, my friend. And you know, listen, you can shade whoever you want to shade, but don't shade me. Okay? Don't throw no palm trees over here. All right? Because I love you. I do. But let me introduce him.
I'm on my Facebook Live, so I'm gonna put it right here.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're on a
Tiani
podcast, guys.
Spears.
I'm live. Oh wow!
Oh yeah, we've been looking at you. I'm talking.
I'm sitting here trying to set everything up. I didn't know.
Boo, I
I
see.
didn't know.
I see you.
Okay.
Let me introduce you though. Tiani Spears, who also goes by Tiani Kardashian Carter when he feels super shady.
Oh,
He is a longtime blogger who was inspired by his favorite Marilyn Monroe film and love for fashion to launch Some Like It Hot, which has quickly become one of the premier blogs, not just in Louisiana, but nationwide, thanks to its mix of celebrity gossip, breaking world news, and the latest in the world of fashion. Some Like It Hot has been represented at Essence Fest 2019, and has been referenced on Hot 97, Bravo, and the Jasmine brand with celebrity followers, including Claudia Jordan and Tina Lawson. That's Beyonce, mama, ain't it?
Yeah.
That is.
is it?
Sure is.
Beyonce mama following him, yo. Along with being a blogger, Tiani is also a fashion stylist who has worked shows in New York Fashion Week, New Orleans Fashion Week, and Houston's Fashion Week. He's available for personal shopping, photo shoots, video shoots, and image consulting.
Can I turn this camera?
Yeah.
Our camera. I don't know how to do it.
Just turn it around if you want.
Mm.
Tiani.
Oh, you don't know how to reverse your camera with an iPhone?
You know what?
She
I'm not
tried
about to
it.
do this with y'all.
She tried it.
Tiani
She did it.
Spears
She
is in
tried
the
it.
house.
She
A
did.
round of applause for Tiani. Thank you, Tiani. Let me tell you how shady his posts be. I be cracking up laughing, and I share it all over the world into all of the groups that I am in. I have to give a shout out to Is He Dateable Facebook group. And I'm gonna tell you guys about the game that we played on the most eligible bachelor Facebook group. There's about 8,000 fine young men up in there. But go ahead, Tiani, we ready for the celeb gossip. Go ahead.
Well, this is first of all, thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you again for reaching out to me. I know we've been trying to do this for a while, but our schedules keep conflicting. So I'm just really great to be here, and I want to thank you, ladies, for doing your job and working during this pandemic. It's not easy. I can imagine. I know I couldn't do it, and I won't. But I appreciate you guys so much for doing it and putting yourself out there on the line every day. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. What you got for us? You got
Well, right now, I guess the biggest topic is Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, which is a very interesting situation because just last night she finally said Tory was the one who shot her, even though we all kind of said like, oh, well, it had to be Tory because she said that it wasn't anybody else and there wasn't anybody in the car. But every time she mentioned it in the past, she never actually said his name. And something happened last night. I'm not exactly sure what it was. She made a tweet saying to stop playing with me before I air out your business or something like that. And she just instantly went live with that situation. And she just said, like, Tori's the one that did it. And yeah, it's been a very interesting situation because with that revelation comes a lot of backlash. Like, Megan has not been getting a lot of support from them. A lot of people have been calling her a snitch. A lot of people have been saying that she's a rat. And a lot of people have been saying, yeah, like it's been trending on Twitter all day and it's horrible. Like it's really, really horrible.
But that doesn't count.
But it doesn't. But listen, let's go back. Let's talk about, and we're gonna get into that WAP. You know how there's some holes in this house.
It's horse.
Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. But speaking of the WAP, okay, she's still doing her thing. She got shot in the foot, and did we not learn anything from Little Kim? Did we not?
What do we? Well,
how I'm not doing time for nobody. I'm snitching on all of y'all.
But
well, that's not the same. That's not the same.
Like, let me explain something. Okay, snitching is if I do a crime with you and I get caught and I tell on you, that's snitching.
Right. But
she is
the
a civilian.
crime was committed on her,
and she still didn't tell the police because she tried to protect him, and he still wants to run his little itty bitty ass on Twitter.
Oops.
I said it.
How tall is he?
5'1".
He's every bit of 312.
I didn't know he was.
Wait.
I didn't know he was 5'10".
312. He said he 312.
He want to hop on Twitter.
My fiance told me this is what happens. Try to be a hot girl.
You're who?
I need a
watching, dummy. You know what? With friends like that,
who need enemies?
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Now that's snitching.
Right.
That's snitching.
That's
Okay.
shade.
That's shade.
Yeah.
That is
Palm Beach.
shade.
Let me tell you something. Y'all gonna know when I throw shade. I throw palm trees at this bitch.
She
I don't throw no little.
She trying with the iPhone. Y'all just trying me.
I didn't do nothing.
I mean, listen.
Anyways, so she got. So my issue with the whole situation with, and I want to go back to to Tiani, but my whole issue is I didn't like how they treated Meg Thee Stallion. Like, again, the most unprotected and disrespected of all women is black women. So when she got shot, she could have died. Like, people
Absolutely.
they don't take that stuff seriously. And then they made her
They don't.
They made her prove it,
don't.
right? What did she have
Well,
to do?
well, not only that, like even with the situation, like as soon as people found out that, well, first of all, the internet is the internet, so they're always going to do whatever. Like the internet jokes about everything, and you know, it happens, but at the same time, there should be an extent with certain situations like this, because as we stated, Megan could have died. Like, what if something seriously would have happened?
Yes.
It wouldn't be funny, and now you guys will be feeling bad because you made a joke about the situation.
Right.
And but yeah, like
24.
Megan's 25.
Oh, 25.
No, she's young.
They joke about her height, her stature. They joke about her being shot in the foot. And I'm not gonna lie, I put a little meme up there.
You think everything funny as well, and it's not.
I saw that meme too, and when you posted it, I was like,
A lot.
But you laughed though. But you he laughs at all my jokes.
I laugh at everything, you know, just to show that I see what you guys are saying.
No,
But it really wasn't funny. Like, I felt bad. Like, when I saw it, I was like, no, why did she post that? I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, okay.
What's the meme that I posted?
I forgot. I think it was.
It was really funny though. It was.
It was the one. It was the one of Ricky from.
No, it wasn't.
From Boys in the Hood.
That's wrong.
I didn't post that one. That wasn't me.
It wasn't that one. Somebody posted it, and
I think it was like, was it Miss Seeley? No, I don't know. It was. I don't know. I forgot.
It probably was.
The thing, all the toxicity going on in relationships in 2020 is really not funny.
It's not.
It's, you know, we get a little laugh and giggle, but it's really not funny because it's a lot.
It's not. It's really not. And
these days, you know,
I took it down.
And the thing is, unfortunately, and but this is the thing.
I took it down. I had to. And a stallion. They say that a stallion is a male horse.
It is.
Why she?
Because she is like 7.
Well,
stallions is
she
term
is.
for what they call women back in the day, like.
Yeah, like you built like a brick house.
Yeah. And not only that, from what I was telling people, like,
he used to call me a
she
giraffe.
used to call the women that she rode with stallion. She never really actually pronounced it as stallion. She pronounced it as stallion to go along with her rap lyrics. But
that's her
the
name.
word has always been around for the most part. And I live in Louisiana. I'm from the South. They love big women. They love women who are built, and
we're healthy.
I've always heard that name.
Yeah.
For that nickname for women, especially someone like Megan.
Nothing.
What's that? What's wrong with it? I got that wrong away, and I don't care.
Is that a bell?
Yeah, a bell. I don't even know what it
have a bell.
That subject is over. Round 2. Next. We're gonna move it right along. We're done.
Well, I just wanted to say before we moved on to another subject that 6ix9ine went on to troll Megan today and said that she's his new favorite rapper, basically saying like, you know, I snitch, you snitch, we're basically in this together, but it's not the same thing. It's really not the same thing.
First of all, Rainbow Wright needs to sit his ass.
There would be no Tekashi slander by me.
It's you're a 6ix9ine fan?
I don't know anything about him. I just know.
Wait a minute, let me get closer to the camera. Who said that? There'll be no 6ix9ine slander.
What?
Girl, 6ix9ine is over here looking like a unicorn that got trapped in the desert. And I, for one, cannot understand why he feels like he has the right to say anything. Which brings me to the fact that a lot of the male rappers, they instantly said something about 6ix9ine, but now that all of this information is coming out about Tory, they have nothing to say. They're very quiet.
Listen.
They're sitting there.
No, don't
No, you're right.
And
That we have no support. Black women never have any support. That's
We
what I'm
don't.
talking about. Unprotected.
We are the most.
isn't it horrible?
I was not present for what he said about Megan, so I was not talking about that.
Okay.
I didn't hear. I have been at work all day. I have not.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it either. But
That's why we got the celebrity blogger, because he gonna tell. Listen, you're gonna hear stuff from him before you hear it on TMZ. Before you hear it on, I am so serious. The shade room, he be like, "Oh, so y'all not gonna comment? You're not gonna like? You're not gonna laugh? Okay, I'm off the air for the rest of the day."
And it's so weird because in moments like that, when I say that, 2-3 hours later, I see people on my news feed sharing it from the shade room, sharing it from TMZ, and I'm just sitting there like, I said that 4 hours ago. Like, where was the support then? Like, I'm kind of confused. Like, what's the issue? What's the problem?
Yeah, because who was talking to y'all in the beginning in January? We did our last show, one of our last shows in January. What I tell y'all about that treatment? Who said it?
You did.
I've been watching China.
because she was really on it.
I was on it. I
Like,
was educated.
Oh my God.
Vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, all of it. But see, your president, I actually tweeted your president and told him, but he told half of the treatment.
My president's name is Barack Obama.
How you tell him half the treatment?
Right.
Yeah, but anyways, I digress. But I understand.
My president's name is Barack Obama.
Okay.
My president's name is Kanye West.
I'm
You know what?
She gotta go. She cannot be in here with the
Where's
real
my
narcissist.
bell?
I am joking.
Where's my bell?
Wait, did the one in the yellow shirt say that one too?
No, it was a joke. She
I am-
tripped.
God damn it.
She and she don't even drink.
She a Gemini.
Y'all need to replace her.
She a Gemini. So
Y'all need to put her out.
they stick together,
I
yo.
can't believe you.
Let me take off my glasses so I can see better.
Can I say
Put
this?
her out.
In her defense. Look,
Out.
listen.
Out.
In her defense,
Thank you.
Yes.
the disclaimer was she said that she was a comedian before we got started.
She said that.
She ain't trying
so
to be
she's
funny.
just joking.
No, she
I
ain't.
hope.
She's
No,
not.
no, I
Yes,
am joking.
you're joking.
No, I'm joking because what I
Okay.
said was with the presidential race. No, with the presidential
Somebody
race.
lying.
They can see us.
Somebody is
No, I said with the presidential race, if we're going with our candidates, because I'm very informed on politics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was saying we're definitely choosing between the lesser of two evils because a lot of people don't know Biden's history and they're
Right.
rolling with him because he's a Democrat.
I don't care.
Listen, at this point, I'll vote for anybody that's running against Trump.
Period.
But
I
here's
feel
the
like
crazy
I mean,
part.
honestly.
Worse.
I mean, honestly. I mean, honestly. I mean, you know what?
Not gonna win again.
A chicken
Absolutely.
I think.
to
Listen,
be on the ballot.
can
and,
I?
and I'm not gonna worry myself.
And I'm going to vote for the chicken. I don't know if it's going to be mild, extra crispy, or spicy, but I'm definitely voting for the chicken.
Absolutely.
I'm voting for what's her name?
You don't even know her. How do you vote for someone you don't know their name?
I like
sweetie?
her. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
As long as it matters that you see her, that you know her name when you see
make
it,
a
that's
history.
all that
But
counts.
we have to know.
We making history.
We have to know who we're voting
We
for,
have to
and
be
just don't vote for
educated.
people that's
Right.
just because they're
Just
of
'cause of name
African American
recognition.
descent.
Or name
That's
recognition.
not. You can't do
Yeah.
that. That's
how
not.
somebody
I
else
don't
in
care.
That's not
Detroit
fair.
got back in.
Yeah.
but
I
won't
still
say
don't
that.
care. I'm
Yeah.
still voting for her. I don't care what y'all say.
Okay, let's move on.
Judge your
Exactly.
auntie.
Let's
Okay.
move on.
I see some little hostility over there. What's
Getting a
going
little
on?
heated in here. I feel it.
Religion and
Right.
politics.
That's why I
always
don't really
happen.
discuss religion and politics with people. Let's move to the next subject, please.
Who you gonna vote for?
Next.
Trump?
Nobody. No, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
It's getting hot in her.
Look,
I said that. I don't. That's why I don't.
Look at him.
some like it hot. Make it hot. Let's go, Tiani. Next subject. Who else we
Please.
talking about?
Y'all can vote for me.
The the true voice of our generation, Brandy, because people like to give that title to Christina Aguilera, and though I will give Christina her props, though I will give Christina her props as the voice of our generation, for us people, for us black folks, the voice of our generation is Brandy Norwood.
I'm not sure.
She's on the
No,
cover
I'm not sure.
Everybody say Moesha.
vocal Bible
Vote to
is
the-
what they call
I
her.
like Brandy, but I
Vote
wouldn't
to
say
the
The vocal Bible is what they call her.
Yes, honey, them runs,
No.
boo. Them runs is
She has perfect notes.
everything. Have you ever?
She is
Have
a
you
vocal
ever-
Her
box.
runs can save a life. Do you hear me?
You said, wait, what did you say about Mariah?
We voted and the boy
I
was
love
Brandy's.
Mariah. I love
Wait,
Mariah.
what did you say about Mariah?
We
Her
voted.
runs can save a life. Do you
Oh,
hear me? Oh, you
Mariah
think you're
ain't
about to
doing no run.
pass out? Let Brandy sing to you, and I promise you'll be okay in a few seconds.
Not that
But
bipolar album. No, not that. That is not a.
Hey, boo.
That ain't a rock yourself to sleep. She hits.
No,
is
don't.
that the new album? I haven't heard it. Is that the new album?
Yeah, so the new album, she has 2 songs that are concerning to me. One is called Borderline, and it's in my story if you guys want to hear it, a little snippet of it. She is talking about borderline personality disorder, and we will talk to Psych Bay a little bit more about that over a man's. Listen, don't let these men drive y'all crazy.
Hey,
But listen,
man, a
listen.
drive you to.
Listen now. Now
She was in
gonna
a
let 'em.
padded room. Let me tell y'all, y'all got.
this. I'm
y'all-
gonna say this now.
Okay.
When you diagnose with borderline personality disorder, it's not necessarily a man per se that's driving you crazy. This is a condition that you have where your environment affects
How you were raised.
Possibly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now there's
But he
a
can be
predisposed
unbearable.
condition.
He
Yeah.
can definitely
No,
be
no, you gotta
unbearable
say
to
no.
add to
You
that.
didn't hear what I
Triggers.
said. No, you didn't hear what I said. You didn't hear predisposed conditions, environmental
Flare up.
stressors.
A flare
Yes.
up.
Boom.
Like a
Yes.
flare up thing. He'll flare it up.
So there's
Yeah.
2 songs that are concerning on that album. One is called Borderline. Please look at the what do you call it? The video.
Okay.
Go on YouTube, watch the video. She's padded up. And this is not what a psych ward looks like. I
It's
really want
not.
to take y'all. I wish I could, like, MTV
It's
Cribs.
not.
I'd be like,
No.
hey, come to the psych ward. This is where I work.
I've never
Let's
been on
go.
the actual
2
psych
locked
ward,
doors.
but I know in the emergency room when we have a psych patient, you remove everything from the walls and
Yes.
things of that
Everything
nature. But
but
I've never
the
been on the
room.
actual
It's
psych
not
ward.
padded. It's not
not-
padded.
No, it's not padded.
Usually
Yeah.
you have an area in the hospital that's specialized for that. And it looks just like the regular room.
Mhm.
But it's a special
Mhm.
It's just
area.
nothing they could try to harm themselves with type
Right.
of thing.
Depending.
Really?
Depending. Because
Yeah.
people
The room
still
is
have-
bare.
And when you are like really psych, you
Like if
find
you're in a
ways.
psychiatric hospital, yes, but an emergency psych, when you're in an emergency room, it's just a separate area.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so there was that, and there's one. I think the other song is called Bipolar. I couldn't.
I didn't even know she had a new album out actually.
Yeah,
called
it
Sadness.
came out on
It
July.
came out
3rd.
it came out the same day as Beyonce's Black is King, so it got a little
Yes.
overshadowed.
I didn't even know
And a
we
lot of, only her true fans really knew about it. But yeah, it came out the same day.
It did, and it was good. It's very melancholy, and she said that it was more about mental health awareness, which I love that a lot of celebrities are coming out and telling what they're going through,
That's
especially
important.
in this pandemic.
Yeah.
It's important.
But
I think
albums
because
don't
it
come out.
shows you that people that's struggling and don't, not really on top, that doesn't matter.
no,
It
what
doesn't.
people
It
fail
can
to
still
realize,
be,
people fail to realize they think people are rich, so everything is fine.
and that's not the case.
Mental health and mental illness transcends race, creed, color, religion, sexual orientation, financial, education. None of that matters.
Yeah.
That's
It
real.
does not matter
That's true.
Where my bill at?
because
And it's interesting because Brandy is on the cover of People magazine this week.
And
talking
Moesha.
about
Mo to the.
her,
It just came on
her
Netflix.
mental
I
health.
was watching
And
it.
everybody,
how-
I said you can tell it's new.
Mhm.
Everybody's talking about that.
Go ahead, Tiani. Sorry, we keep
She's on the cover of People magazine where she's actually speaking about her mental health and how
Oh,
the pressures of fame and feeling like she has to have this perfect image really took a toll on her, which is the reason why Moesha actually ended on a cliffhanger because Brandy was so overworked at the time. She was still coming out for the success of Never Say Never, which was a major album. Again, which is why I say, like, people talk about Christina Aguilera, but I'm like, Brandy. Brandy was like one of the first, I know for me, because I'm only 29, so I was like 7 when the album came out. Brandy was one of those first people that I've seen do a little bit of everything. She was
Yes.
acting, she could
Yes.
dance, she was in movies, she had songs, she had a Barbie doll,
She was
which a lot of people don't get to get.
She was.
Oh my
She
God,
was
that was my
Cinderella.
favorite movie.
But
I
she
love
had
that.
She was Cinderella, which is really interesting because
Remember that?
Love you because you're wonderful.
Oh, you can sing a little.
Oh,
No, she
you're
can't.
wonderful.
Don't do that. Don't tell her that.
Because
I was gonna say
Because she's
I
gonna keep going. Ring the bell. Next subject.
Are you the sweetest? Where did Tiani go?
He
I done
coming to
ran him
show us
off.
up. See?
Oh my God! I love that. Let me tell you, I just got to watch it. I actually got YouTube TV, so I just pulled it up and watched it with my kids. Do you know how nostalgic it is? Because it's so multicultural. It's a beautiful, beautiful, and that's not even on Disney. I have a problem with that. I'm gonna
Well, I
write.
think eventually they're going to release it. Like Disney has a big catalog.
Yeah.
And I think what people fail to realize is that when you think of Disney, you're also talking about ABC. You're talking about Fox. You're talking about they own Disney owns a lot,
It's a conglomerate.
so they can't put everything on there all at once.
If
because
you
then
could
it's
put
like,
the
what
other
do you have to look
Cinderella,
forward to?
you could put the Brandy Cinderella on there. How you gonna put Moesha on Netflix and not release Cinderella on Disney? Like
Two different media.
Now, girl, you know that those are two different companies.
I don't care. You know I don't care.
You say that a lot. But no, back to the topic.
Anything.
But Brandy was talking about the pressures of fame and everything, and then she got pregnant, and
a fake
she
marriage.
had to concoct
That's
this
what I
whole
just said.
fake marriage just because she was such a big celebrity and she had this clean cut image
She
Right.
did.
that she didn't want fans to know, like, oh, I'm pregnant, I'm having a baby, I'm not getting married, I'm not with this man. It's not what it's cracked up to be.
They had a fake
And-
marriage though.
But she lied about
And
it.
I'm just
Yeah, I
finding
mean,
out.
what
I'm just
she
finding out
had
she had a
to do
lace
that.
front as them braids was lace fronts. I'm just finding that out.
I found that out like a couple of months ago, and when I did, I promise you, I kid you not, my reaction was like this.
Nurse Bay is on.
I was like, you're kidding me. I didn't even know they made braid lace fronts back. First of all, I didn't know they made lace fronts back then. So to know the fact that it was a braided one, I'm like, wow. It's very shocking.
No, we circled that lace. I think it's on Tiani's page. You guys have to add.
I think it is on my page.
They
I
circled the
think
lace.
it's on my
Like, look
page.
at-
I
I
think
mean,
it's on
but
my
it was
page.
blended. It was blended because we would have never. I'm like, dang, how long did those little braids take?
And we all went and got them little braids for 5.5 hours. Thanks, Brandy.
8 for me with the Africans.
That's a long time.
I didn't want to give my time away like that, but yeah, 8.
That is a very long time.
But like,
But you know,
I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her for coming out and saying what she's really
The
dealing
thing
with.
is,
but she did say that this album was going to be very different from a lot of her albums because she felt like it was time that people got a little bit of truth from her and about what she went through and where she's at this time in her career. Not to mention, I don't think a lot of people know that Whitney Houston died on Brandy's birthday back in 2012. And, Whitney Houston was Brandy's idol. So
Yeah, and
with
she was
all
a-
of that happening and all of that taking place, it takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
It
Did she
really does
sacrifice
take a
herself
toll on
to
you.
the
I'm glad that she spoke out about it.
But did she sacrifice her to the Illuminati?
Next.
That's a conversation for another day.
Thank you.
Let me add this on the tail end of what
Girl, send me a DM and we can talk about that later.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that because she was. How you sacrifice your fairy godmother? She's the fairy
I
godmother.
don't think it was
No, I
anything
was
dealing with a
like,
sacrifice.
I,
And I'm kind of one of those people that are like, I don't really believe in the Illuminati, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, maybe there's a possibility that there's, an Illuminati or whatever.
What's going on here?
I don't know. But people often ask me, well, what if the Illuminati approaches you? What are you going to do? Yes, I'm signing.
I'm ready.
Why would I not?
Is Dave Chappelle up here?
I am super not a conspiracy theorist, but some things that come, I'm like,
Something's
It's
not
really
right.
interesting, isn't it?
some stuff like, okay.
It's really interesting, isn't it?
Coincidence.
It is.
So why was she with Ray J? Why was she in that hotel? Why was Brandy and I got so many
not
questions.
gonna do that.
Okay.
If we asking this questions, is Kim Kardashian giving Ray J a cut? Because I need to know.
No,
Absolutely not.
she should though.
She should.
She should.
Absolutely not.
A piece of that cake.
And since we're on the
What's his last
subject of
name?
things that we
Kardashian.
we're on the subject of things we don't want to talk about, I'm asking for privacy at this time, and I would like for Kim's name not to be mentioned or any of the other Kardashians. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. So we're gonna go back to Brandy, and I wanted to say about her and her mental health. I think that it's very important that it's being recognized because it's been a stigma, especially in our community, for so long.
Yes.
And I, for one, it's my job to share my diagnosis with patients.
Yes.
And I've never been ashamed. Anybody, well, I'm just meeting you, but they know. And I think it's important because it shows that I can help you through my education. I can help you through experience. And experience
Right.
is important.
Yes.
And I think when people see celebrities, they need to know that everything that glitters not gold.
That's right.
They're not going home happy like
Yeah.
that. There's more depression amongst the rich than it is amongst the poor.
Amen.
That's true.
Amen.
Because you don't know who's really your friend. You don't know who's there for that check.
Stimulus
And
checks.
you have a hold that, hey, I need another one. Hello.
I didn't get one.
Listen, mind your business.
Oh, okay. So back to
Which
Tiana.
is interesting which is interesting that she said that because it also reminds me of Tamar's situation and how she how she contemplated suicide a couple of weeks ago. It's like
Didn't they say she tried it?
you never know exactly what.
Come on, keep going, keep going. We live it. She attempted.
Oh, like you never know exactly what someone is going through, and I think a lot of times one of you ladies said it. Like we forget that celebrities are actual humans at the end of the day. Like a lot of times we look at celebrities like they're
after a
superstars
while,
and like nothing can happen to them, and like they're indestructible because they're a celebrity. And that's usually
When
not
I got my
the
tax
case.
return, you couldn't tell me I wasn't rich.
All right.
Okay.
First of all, I haven't even filed my taxes. Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about that.
If you want to claim me and split it, DM.
I mean, I haven't. The W-2s are right there. Like, I'm not even thinking about taxes right now.
No, I'm trying to survive. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a survivor. Like the card. Go
We
ahead.
got one of our Melissa is on my live. She was one of the nurses in New York working for COVID. She's,
God bless.
Shout out
Thanks,
to
hero.
Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa.
Shout out to Nurse Dow.
in
What else
Florida.
you got for us? Hold on. We got to wrap up with Tiani. What else you got for us? I got to get in this.
That's basically it. Like, I really don't have too much of anything. Like, I know that you said that this is about nurses and that you want to talk about mental health. So I try to do my best to make sure that I pulled in subjects to speak on those matters.
May I ask you
I was expecting you guys to talk about my Kardashian.
I have a question for you.
We didn't talk about Black is King. She
question for
also was dragged across the internet with Black is King. I will confess, I didn't like how I thought she was trying to, and we'll get to your question. I'm not ignoring you. I didn't like how I felt like your cousin Beyonce was trying to profit off of the pandemic and our people. My people. I'm African.
Well,
so
actually, I don't think that.
I do.
I don't think that. Well, first of all, Black is King was filmed last year. She had already planned to do a visual album for Black is King after
I'm sorry to cut you guys
signed on to.
It's Beyonce's visual album.
Yeah.
She don't know what Black is King is.
I do not.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me.
Look at me. Look at me. Black is King.
Sorry. I don't.
Black is King is literally the epitome of being Black in America.
Really? Is that what you think it is?
That's what I know it is, and I want to leave it at that. Please, I suggest that you take a gander at it. You don't even have to watch the full thing. Go to YouTube, type in Beyonce Black is King. Watch the trailer, and I promise you, you will be moved.
Move to
You
what?
will be moved.
Move to what? Africa? I mean, I don't understand.
Move to tears.
I don't think so.
Move
Please.
to
Oh,
tears.
please.
Like, girl, if there was some water in this cup, I'd throw it on my face because I'm moved to tears just talking about it.
So it's a This Black Power.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch it.
I
It's
haven't
her.
seen it
It's a
either.
visual
watch
album.
it.
You know,
It's okay.
Virgo's
So
do
Black
visual album.
King
Remember
is
Michael Jackson?
basically a retelling of The Lion King.
Okay.
Instead of
The Lion King
animals,
came out a long time ago. Like,
20 years. Might be more.
you haven't seen The Lion King either?
I did. We've been working. It's Corona outside. It's a whole pandemic outside.
That's 2020. Lion King came back out. I don't watch nothing. Jason Weaver was the voice of the Lion King when he was a baby.
Okay. Where my bell at? Bring my bell.
Well, how the bell get all the way over
I
there?
don't-
We hit it from
What is wrong with it?
Take it from her, so she loses control.
We hit
with
it.
this.
Baby, can the lady in the back ask her question so I can go? Because y'all just stressed me out.
I think you had
Nikki?
a question. Yeah.
My question, because you are a celebrity blogger, we're talking about mental health. I would like to know your take on Kanye and his current state.
Oh, I
of
forgot
affairs.
about Kanye.
You cannot forget about Mr. West.
Yeah,
Because
bipolar.
He is on a steady decline, and I feel sorry, but I don't think he has the right camp around
I
him.
agree.
Especially
I think-
since your last
No,
name was
no.
Kardashian,
I think
right?
Kim, I believe that Kim is the only person that has his best interests at heart.
Huh?
Honestly, here's the thing about Kanye West. What
For appearances
No,
sake, gonna
I'm
go for
sorry.
what do I say?
I don't
appearances
think
How do I put it?
Kimmy Cakes they ain't got his best interest at heart.
he needs.
How do I
He
put
needs
it?
help.
Just say it.
I personally feel like this isn't new for Kanye.
Right.
If you guys have watched Kanye over the years,
Ever
he's
since
always
the
been outspoken. He's always gone off on the deep end. He's always been passionate about a lot of the things that he talks about. And with that comes the revelation that he had a mental disorder and that he dealt with things. And then it goes back to his mom, who has basically been like his mom was more than just his mom. Like he didn't have his dad. It was just him and his mom. His mom was literally his entire world. So when you lose that,
Yeah.
it's like where else do you go? Like what else happens?
You always
And then you learn that he's always had these issues, and his mom has been the only one who was really fully able to help him and keep him. I don't want to say tamed, but for some reason that's the only word that's coming to my mind right now.
Yeah.
And in July, that was around his mom's birthday. Was around around the time that Kanye started going off the deep end in July was around the time of his mom's birthday. And so it was bound to happen because he's having all of these emotions and all of these feelings coming back up.
Yes.
And despite the fact of what some people think, like V, I personally feel like Kim really loves Kanye. But knowing Kanye and knowing the type of person he is, if Kim is saying, babe, I really feel like you should take your medicine, and I feel like you should meditate, or I feel like you should do this, and he's like, I don't need to do that. I'm Kanye West. Like, Kanye West, at the end of the day, is kind of his own worst enemy because he's so borderline. He's a narcissist for the most part. Like, and it's just
grandiose.
I just feel like
along with the diagnosis.
I just feel like, and even in those situations, when you're an adult, you have to take accountability for your own actions, and you have to take accountability for yourself. I can't sit here and make you do something if you don't want to do it. And with all of the tweets and all of the things that he was saying, like, oh, Kim tried to lock me up, and Kris Jenner tried to set me up with a doctor, and it's like, of course you're feeling like that because these people are really showing you that they're trying to help you and that they're trying to be there for you, but you don't want it. And you don't see yourself as having an issue. And when it's a situation like that, it takes on a lot.
But the thing is,
it takes a lot.
Someone who's not mentally ill, not realizing that they have certain issues, and somebody who's mentally ill who has no insight.
True.
It's apples and oranges.
True.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll discuss more about that. Thank you so.
It was so nice meeting you.
It was.
Can you tell the
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Tiani, before you go, can you tell the people your social media handles
Yes.
so that they can follow you?
How can we find
Yes,
you?
Sure. And before I do that though, I see that we pronounce it as "some like it hot," which is funny because it's actually a play on words from my favorite Marilyn Monroe movie called "Some Like It Hot," but I spelled it as Haute for fashion reasons, which is pronounced as haute, as in haute couture. So it's actually pronounced "Some Like It Oat."
Okay.
But I want you to see it and say "Some Like It Hot" because that's where the play on words comes from.
Yes, it's not
I
spelled.
like
right, so-
explaining it to people
Yeah.
because when I do, they're like, "Oh, I get it," and it's like, "Yeah, girl, I know." But no, you can follow me on Instagram. My blog is "Some Like It Oat" or "Some Like It Hot" or "Some Like It Hot" or however you want to pronounce it.
How you
Like,
spell
I'm
it?
okay
Hot.
with all
How you spell it though?
and that's Haute.
Mhm.
And the full outline of it is SONELIKEITHAUTE _ it's 2 underscores.
Okay. Facebook?
The profile picture for it is going to be some girl in like this big burgundy dress. You can't miss it. You can't miss it.
I'm gonna do a screenshot and I'm gonna put it on the Real Nurse of Detroit Facebook page. What about your Facebook page? How can we find you?
And of course, my Facebook page, you can add me as Tiani Spears, just TEONNYSPEARS. And for backup for when I go to Facebook jail, it's Tiani Kardashian Carter. And
yes,
if
he
that
does.
page goes to
He
Facebook
does.
jail, it's Tiani Monroe. So yeah.
Thank you, Tiani. I can't
Thank you
wait.
so much for having me.
This was great. I love
This
it.
was fun.
I know, right? I wish you
I
could.
feel like I wasn't as prepared as I should have.
No, this is it. We do
It's the
conversations.
flow.
Yeah, we just do
Just
what
like,
we speak on it. And where are you calling us from? Where are you right now? What city?
I live in a small little town called Faraday, Louisiana. You guys probably don't know where it is, but let me
Are you
No.
close to New Orleans? 'Cause
small
we went up there.
town.
We're gonna meet you in New
What
Orleans.
happened?
New
We're gonna
Orleans?
meet you in New Orleans.
New Orleans is a 2-hour drive for me, so you guys let me know when you guys are there, and I will
Turn
be
up.
there with my Mickey Mouse
In
luggage
there.
and my Louis Vuitton backpack that I took from someone's house a couple of years ago, and I'm sure they're wondering where it is. It's in my closet.
We love you. We will see you
Thank you.
in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, he'll be back with more
I
celebrity.
didn't confirm that I will be back in 2 weeks,
Oh.
but it's definitely up for conversation. We'll
Okay.
talk about it.
Let-
But thank you
people
guys
will
so
call
much for having me. I really appreciate
Joining
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you. You take care, okay?
you guys too. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank
You
you.
too. Thank you.
Bye.
I'm going to back in.
Okay, you know we take a break here. Consuela,
Yes.
where can they find you? Bald Diva.
They can't find me. I'm not findable.
Okay,
Don't
she
search
ain't
for me.
findable.
Don't come for me. 'cause
That's
you're
it.
not
Unless she
for you.
sends for you, and she will be.
No, but I am.
Oh, now she want to talk. That's. See, you see, that's
I-
that Pisces stuff.
See, don't go there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you can't find me. I don't want to be found. right now.
Okay, so
Goodbye.
at this point, we take a break. We have one more hour. The second half, we're gonna talk to our guest and Nurse Shar. Hopefully, she's in the building. We'll see. I don't know. We take a 15-minute break. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
All right now.
See you soon.
So it's only pause, right? I don't have to reshare.
Oh no, the live video has to be stopped. I
It's
can pause
stopped.
the recording. I can't pause the live stream.
Okay,
you'll
so I have to
start
reshare
again.
again. Okay. Okay. I don't even know. I don't.
I'm gonna go live for this part again, I guess.
Yeah. So this is the second half. So we're gonna talk a little bit with we're gonna talk a little bit with our guest today. We want to hear about how you got to where you are in your career, and what motivated you to do that. What motivates you to keep going, and what lessons have you learned in this pandemic for sure. So we're gonna start with Dr. Nicole, Dr. Bay. We call her Dr. Bay. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hi.
You You got to put your headphones on so you can hear us.
Okay.
But yeah, Dr. Bay, she's young, Black, and successful. We were just talking about, we have to move a little bit different when you're a successful Black woman. And I don't think it's any different than celebrities, Cardi B's and the Beyoncé's. And you have to really be careful about who you keep around you, who you date, who you tell secrets to. I don't know. I'm going to let you talk. You started as an MA, right?
I was an MA,
medical
first of all,
assistant
I
for
had my son
y'all.
when I was 16. Most people know that. So then, I said I'm gonna go to, I'll be a MA, or
A medical assistant for
absolutely.
everybody.
It's not a bad field to, get your feet wet. And I said, maybe I'll be RN.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, I kind of changed my mind on that. I kind of wanted to say, I'm 19 years old. Aim for the stars. I said, let's go to medical school. First, I was going to be PA. Actually, I was going to do mortuary science. And my advisor well, they don't make a lot. It's a passion field, all of it. But on the same end, with the passion, you want to be able to make money.
Yeah.
So I said, well, let's go ahead and go for medical school.
And how old were you when you decided to go to medical school?
23.
And you had a
He was
7-year-old at home.
Yeah, but he was I was able to leave him at home by himself at that point, but
wait, what?
not for hours, but I'm okay, you can sit down. I have to go to this class. You can stay home for 2 hours. And I had a lot of help from my mother, his son, and my son's father. So I've always had a great support system. I've never had I was never a truly a single mother, even though I had them young. I had a lot of support, which a lot of people don't have.
Yes.
So I was very grateful for that. I didn't finish anything on my own. I give great praise to my mother, my son's father, my daughter's father. They all helped me through the process. And I just feel like it's hard you're not as respected, because when you say doctor, people think of an older person. So when I come in, they are you the doctor? I'm I am the resident, but I am still a doctor. I am qualified to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, people look at you well, do you really know what you're doing? Or I think it's downplayed as African-American women, because and contrary to the belief, it's actually a lot of African-American women doctors. People don't think so. They're my age. They popping.
Yes.
Yes, you just don't hear about it. You hear more about Cardi B.
Or nurses,
or
CNAs, LPNs.
I don't think it's that you hear more about the nurses. I just think more people know more nurses. It's not many people that can say, I'm going to call a doctor. I'm being honest. Most people don't know physicians. They know nurses.
Sure.
And nurses is a great career, and I love nurses. But I think the field has come a little saturated because some people are not in it for the right reasons.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And medicine is a passion field. This is something you have to get up and do and say, if I'm not getting paid, I will still do it. Maybe not for a long period of time. Let's be realistic. But it's something that is not money based. Yeah. So if you're doing it based on how much money you could possibly make, it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm in oncology. I see people die daily, and I cry about that. This is not just saying, oh, I make this much, or it's not about that. Especially when you're in the oncology field. I could have went to plastic surgery and that's where it's popping at right now.
Yeah,
but that's not
that's
not helping
lipo.
People. That's not.
Shout out to Dr. Griffith.
I was just about to say,
I don't know Dr. Griffith. Hi, Dr. Griffith.
He's a Q. He's a reoccurrent fixture on this. He's the only.
Know him, and he's great.
He's the only Virgo that I even remotely
see. I have to friend him on Facebook.
He's an excellent physician.
Yeah, he's a Q.
He's an excellent person.
He's a good person.
Knowing him
he
before
really is.
He was a plastic surgeon. He's just a good, genuine person. Good spirit.
Most Qs are great people, though.
Yeah.
And his wife is a Leo.
Okay.
Just like her.
And
I'm not a Leo.
Too. She's a cusp.
I'm a Cancer.
Leo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. My birthday is July 22nd, so I'm
on the edge.
I think I got a little bit of both.
She's feisty.
I see it. It makes sense.
And emotional. Emotional.
When you sent me that meme today, I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. that was the one.
I
But
sure did.
okay, we're gonna talk about how we were affected by the pandemic. I'm gonna be honest about this pandemic. Okay, for me, being in the medical field, I'm in oncology. I seen so many furloughs in the hospital that it blew my mind. I was like, I seen doctors, surgical oncologists that was making $20,000 biweekly go down to unemployment.
What?
He's like, what the? And it makes you think that I don't care what you go to. This showed me, like, I don't care what your profession is. It can happen.
It can happen.
Yeah.
Because my mind was blown. I've never thought I would see a physician laid off. I would see nurses in ER laid off. Hospitals lost a lot of money with this pandemic versus what people think.
Yes.
They think, oh, y'all got all these patients and y'all making up. No. This ain't it. When the elective surgery stopped, a lot of stuff slowed down in the hospital. I've seen a lot of people in high positions, CEOs take 100% pay cuts, 60% pay cuts. Like, it's real.
Wow.
So that showed me, like, to save my money, put it under the mattress.
Yeah.
It showed me to put it under the mattress because at the end of the day, you don't know what your future holds. I don't care what your degree is. If something like this come along again and it close everything and close the world down, there's nothing you can do about it. I don't care what degree you got, what you do. And if anything else, it showed me to save my money.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And what else about family? You got a daughter. She has a young daughter. Our kids are, well, the baby
They're
is
the same age.
about the same age. They're both cancers. I love cancers though.
With this whole not going to school thing. Like,
and then her son, as we all know, Michigan State just announced that if you are planning on living in a dorm, don't come. Don't come.
Luckily, we had already planned for my
100%
son to
virtual.
not go to the dorm for this year, that he was going to get an apartment. So luckily that was already like.
So she has one in college.
Yeah.
Is he a junior or freshman?
Sophomore.
So she has a sophomore in college, and she has a baby that's 6. That's a huge gap.
Moment of silence.
So we
might need to bow the heads for that gap.
Can I get an amen?
But
we still trying to figure out, are we okay? So tell me this. Anybody else got little ones? You got a little one?
He a little. He 15.
My son's 15.
Okay, well, tell me this. Have you decided, are you doing virtual or are you guys doing a hybrid program? Because I keep getting this question every freaking day.
All the patients
Virtual
ask you.
400, Alex.
You're doing 100% virtual?
But see, her son is 15.
One, my son is 15.
Yeah.
2, he's in an accelerated program where he's pre-engineering. So he's already self-taught.
Okay.
And he has the focus. Shout out to little David.
Hey, boo.
Hey, boo. And he's getting on track because next year he'll have an internship at an automotive firm. God willing, everything is opening back up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a problem with 100% virtual.
And he can stay home by himself.
He can stay home by himself.
Yeah.
And my schedule is going to be 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. I'll be home by 3.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's
His
good.
dad will be home during the day, but he can monitor the online school, and I'll be home in time for homework and any other studies.
That's right. Okay.
Perfect.
So
that works.
Luckily, because my husband works in IT, so luckily we're in a position where
Good.
we can do that.
Remote, yeah. Okay, now.
What about you? Do you have?
She doesn't have any little
Thank
ones.
God. Right now.
Okay, so Dr.
Yeah.
Bay, what you doing with the 6-year-old? What's the plan?
I am getting a tutor because I cannot participate. First of all, I can't.
Do you
Ring
have
that
one already?
bell.
I'm
She
looking
said,
for
I
one.
cannot
one.
participate.
Okay, give me the
I have
information
one.
because my thing is that
Tamika, I plugged you. I want my
I
percent.
can't because I try, but for one, I cannot work from home. It's impossible.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
to go to work.
Yes.
So for 2, I just don't want to.
I'm essential too.
I'm not a teacher.
I have
Okay,
an excellent
send me the
one.
information.
She's amazing. She has a college degree. She does this.
And she's only in the 1st grade, so it doesn't take an extreme amount for her.
But she has the patience because she's used to working with little kids.
That's what I
And
need.
I worked with her, so I know personally because I taught alongside her.
Good. Okay.
So, yes.
Okay, so what am I doing?
What are you doing?
You ask? Okay. Because I have 2. So I have a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old. So I have one going to middle school in the 5th grade, and I have the baby who's 5, and I was so happy to not have to pay daycare for once in my life. And here we are. She's going to kindergarten. I'm so happy. She's excited. How do you teach kindergarten virtually?
never been to school a day in their life. I seen a meme that said that, like, they want you to know the email, they want you to know everything.
She
like, if
can't
you've
type.
never been in school.
I
in
mean,
your
she knows how to
life.
work an iPhone, but you want her to do Zoom?
As somebody who
Right.
taught kindergarten, it's
not
impossible. If they don't have a background in preschool
She does.
or
She
pre-K,
does.
so that's a good thing. She
She
this
does.
is not her very
if
first
she
time in
doesn't have
school.
a
She had the
background in
home. It was a
pre-K,
home pre-K.
It's better than nothing, though.
if they don't have a background in pre-K,
Yeah, she'll be okay.
or they don't have parents who are virtually inclined, it's going to be impossible.
He is going to be virtually inclined.
I'm very
Is your
virtual.
job like saying that they will work with you?
Absolutely not. I'm
Not
impatient,
Not
psych,
either.
so I cannot.
Hey, they don't care.
I didn't do nothing virtually. I didn't do
Ooh.
nothing virtually. I have been working in the hospital essentially from day one. I've never left the hospital. I
Shout
am
out
tired.
to day one. Where's our hazard
Absolutely.
pay? Ring that bell.
I'm gonna need
More.
run my check.
More.
Run my check. I'm coming for y'all. But here's what we're doing. So thank God that I love my kids that I've coached for years. I've coached the group that I coached track in high school. I coached track and basketball, if you guys didn't know, at my old high school. So those kids are now, the oldest group is probably about 26. So somewhere in between there, I have some kids that are currently like juniors in college, and they're doing 100% virtual because they go to Michigan State or wherever, right? So when they were in high school, they were watching my kids as babies. Now they've come home and they're like, hey, if you need me, I'll come and sit
That's
at your
good.
house.
And the kids already know them.
They know them. They're
Very
comfortable.
convenient.
So I have employed one of my girls that I used to coach back in the day, and I don't have to do background checks or anything like that. And she's going to come and do her virtual classes at my house while my kids are doing their virtual
It's
classes.
very convenient.
Yes, it's a beautiful thing. She is my backup. So if y'all need somebody, I got
Send me
so
her
many.
information too. I just want to have everybody.
Yes.
Because
yes.
I can't.
I think that's the best way to do it. Like if you know any college students
That's
that
the
are
best way.
doing,
Especially if you have small children, because
College
it's not
students,
really.
retired teachers,
Yeah.
yes, anybody,
professional tutors.
all of them are great resources right now.
Because honestly, I don't, because of the simple fact that we don't know how how COVID affects kids.
oh,
It's my
goodness.
biggest worry. It's not enough kids been
It's
diagnosed for us to really give. I can't.
And it's
So
not
my-
enough
I don't
testing out
know.
there
That's what I'm
asymptomatic
saying.
as
I'm worried
well.
about the
That's
long-term
true.
effects.
That's what I'm
I'm worried
concerned
about.
Now my kids had coronavirus. Remember, I had it.
I
yes,
didn't know that.
their presentation is very different, very, very different, and they are very resilient.
Okay, B, let me ask you: were they tested, or are you assuming they had it?
They were not testing kids. They barely tested us.
Yeah.
So I can tell you, because one of my friends is an NP. She's a dermatology MP, and I was on it. I was like, my daughter got off the bus. This was the day they dismissed all the kids from school. The one thing that the United States did very well is let the kids go home early. That is the only thing they did in this whole pandemic. Right. So when they let the kids go home, here's the problem. They also brought home the virus to infect the parents. So my child gets off the bus with a rash this big in the middle of her eye that looked like a road rash. She was like, Mom, don't freak out. She called me on her iPhone. I'm going to FaceTime you. I was just itching. And it doesn't hurt. I'm good. So my oldest came home with a huge rash. Now, before that, a week before that, my youngest had a cough and fever. And I took her to the urgent care. They're like, oh, she got a double ear infection. No big deal. We're going to give her amoxicillin. She got better. And then after the cough and fever, then the rash, and then a week later, I got all of the symptoms. So, and that was in the beginning. This was February. No problem. That was February going into March. So, yes. And ever since then, they've been on their vitamins. And then I'm just still reading on the long-term effects, the immunity, how long is it going to last, and all that good stuff. I do want to get them antibody tested. However, I already talked to their doctor, and I have telemedicine on speed dial. And I just told him, hey, listen, I think they had it. We got and the creams won't work.
What did they ever say? Did you ever take her about that rash? I'm gonna ask you about that.
So when I FaceTimed the NP that was derm, she's like, I don't know anything about this. I heard about COVID toes. That was when they were just coming out, and those are the blood clots. So they didn't know about the rash yet.
Right.
So towards the end of my whole symptomology, I got a road it looked like I was burned, like it was I have a scar on my back, and I'm like, what is this? And it hurt. So, and that's how you know it's kind of nerve-ish type of thing. So yeah, so I got the same thing she had on her face, I had on my body.
Wow.
Yeah. So the best way to do it is to prevent it is just make sure their vitamin D, those vitamins are up to par, and they can prevent it with the zinc. That's all we can do.
Because at the end of the day, is nothing going to change until an immunization is released. And when the immunization is released, nobody will take it. Only people who take it is the people in this room that's in the medical profession.
No, absolutely not.
If it's not mandatory,
you're gonna take it,
or it will be mandatory. It will be.
I don't care.
I don't think in the beginning, like when it does come out, which I think will probably be very soon. First of all, it takes usually like 4 years.
They didn't test it at all. Any animal.
And I'm not doing that.
Exactly. So you can't make me take something in my body that
I'm allergic.
There hasn't been enough studies and research done.
I don't like any of it, to be honest. I'm not even really a big influenza taker, but I do swear by it. I swear by it now. A lot of people say that it doesn't have that effect on me. When I take the flu shot, I actually have no effect. It makes my immune system a bit stronger. So I'm actually not really against taking a vaccine for the coronavirus. I know I will have to take it as long as I work for a hospital organization. I'm not gonna go.
You want to be a guinea pig, though?
I don't, but I don't want to go through to getting this paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing.
I'll just take it.
But you know what the consequence is when you deny getting a flu vaccine. What do they make you do?
Wear a
mask
all day.
And I can't. I've had enough of that.
Okay, but I get it. I get that you've had enough of it. However, what's it gonna hurt? I'd rather wear a mask
and be uncomfortable. I can take on and off than have effect and residual effects for the rest of my life because they want to give me something.
I'm not gonna be anybody's guinea pig.
I would like to go back to the Tuskegee Airmen.
Okay.
I would like to speak. Know what's in it. Like I said, like I always say, I'm not an epidemiologist. I don't study infectious diseases. Right. I'm in oncology, so I don't know much about this. And they don't either. To be honest,
don't take it. Don't take it.
Do you think if everybody in your health system or hospital organization declined to take it, that they wouldn't have a job? Where are they going to get people to work?
They cannot force you. It's against the law.
I believe that no medical professional is going to want to take it.
I don't either.
That's what I believe.
I don't either.
So I don't think we're going to have
you guys know more than us that it wasn't a long enough testing. If I was a layperson,
right.
I work in mental health.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
Yeah.
If I in mental health know the testing period.
Yeah.
Just
and the minimum is 4 years.
Just as an informed
remember 20
adult.
to make it. We talked about this.
Yeah.
To make a vaccine, it takes a minimum of 20 years. I don't care if you piggyback off of SARS, which was cover your mouth up like you got SARS from 2004 in China. I don't care if you piggyback off that research. It ain't been 20 years.
It hasn't been because it's all.
It's barely been 20 days. You guys
are the medical professionals. So correct me if I'm wrong. For H1N1, SARS, all variants, swine flu, all variants of the coronavirus all present very differently. Why am I going to trust that?
Right.
Well, I'll tell you this: SARS-CoV-1 and SARS-CoV-2 and malaria all replicate the same exact way, and they're treated the same exact way. But we're not going to go into more coronavirus. I've been going off.
I'm so sick of that.
I'm so sick of
this.
Bye, Ro. Good night.
But I want to get before we only got 20 more minutes. So I want to talk to Psych Bay, like the implications of the pandemic, the quarantine, the mental health part of it. We've seen domestic violence. We've seen a lot of increases in substance abuse, suicide
being exposed.
Oops.
A lot of that as well.
We're not gonna go there. That ain't a mental health thing, but that's none of my business.
Ring the bell.
And I put it on my page today. There will be more entanglements and more drama with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, Alcina, Shakur.
Ring the bell, because I'm about to take a whole nother thing.
Okay, that'll be next show. The next show, we're gonna talk all entanglements.
I will say this. And before I get started, I'm gonna say this. This is very important. If you know anybody that's experiencing any type of suicidal ideations or feelings, please call the 1-800-SUICIDE line. Please know that COPE, Community Outreach for Psychiatric Emergencies, is available 24/7 walk-in and is located on 33505 Schoolcraft, right off of Finkel and 96. Not Finkel, excuse me. Farmington Road and 96 in Livonia. And we are available 24/7. A lot of people don't know about the resources. A lot of people think that there are
Especially
not
in the
mental
African-American
health
community.
resources available.
Yes.
We take everybody from Wayne County. If you have Medicaid, if you don't have Medicaid and you have a Wayne County address, we see you 24/7. If you go to any hospital presenting with these things, they will send somebody or a TPAR, a psych evaluation for you and get you the treatment that you need.
Yes. Okay.
So please don't worry about finances, because that's not what it is. There is funding available.
Yes.
And a lot of people are unaware of that. And if you don't have the insurance, the hospitals will process that Medicaid and get it faster than you going to the DHS.
Right.
Perfect.
So
thank you for that information.
I do want to say that. Secondly, I would like to say I cannot stand the stigma that mental health has in our community. I only can speak on our community because that's the community I'm a part of.
Right.
I don't like the stigma. And I can speak on something personally. I don't mind sharing my diagnosis. I work in mental health. I am also diagnosed with mental health and mental illnesses myself. I'm diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm diagnosed with anxiety. I am diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and I'm diagnosed with intermediate explosive disorder. That means don't try. Sign off.
Oops.
Don't try me.
Oops.
Sign off.
No, did you just throw up some gang signs? What did you say? Are you from the east side?
Absolutely not. Joy Road. Stop that.
Oops. Murder Mac. Exit 9 on 96.
Come up off the freeway. 7 days a week.
There's some holes in this house.
I said
some
horse. I'm not gonna tell you that again.
My bad, sorry.
I am not the horse she speaks of. I digress.
Neither am I. Neither am I.
That doesn't matter. I don't care if you WAP or professional.
Seriously though, and I think that my role in the mental health field as a peer counselor is that I can tell the clients, not only do I have a background in mental health, I also have the experience in your shoes.
Yeah.
And it makes it so much more relatable.
Yeah.
And I think that is extremely important, that you know that the people are treating you not perfect.
Yes.
Just like how they look at the celebrities like they're perfect. No, we all have the things that we deal with.
Yes.
We all have our crosses to bear.
We have past. We all have the
people
past.
have their vices, and I try to use my story. I always say as a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
Don't do what I did, because I went off the deep end. And I try to tell people I've learned from my mistakes, and I can show you what not to do.
Right.
Amen.
And I feel like more people, especially in our shoes, should be more open. I'm not saying tell all your business, but I'm saying be relatable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the wall of defense, 80% of communication is nonverbal. And the moment you try to put on an air and you start talking at somebody and not to them, and start using all these four-letter vernaculars that they don't understand, I speak a couple of languages, so we could go there if we wanted to, but I'm not trying to do that.
Right.
Because guess what? I was right in that bed, seeking the same exact help, and people treated me, well, what substance abuse do you have?
Yeah.
I don't drink or smoke. They'll tell you they dogged me out because all I drink is water.
But can I ask you something? Because this was a very hard question for me when I went on I don't remember the radio show, but I was on a Saturday morning radio show, and they had just lost a friend to suicide, and they were like, well, why didn't he say anything? And he just posted it on Facebook, and what were we supposed to do? And he just gonna check out like that? He's just gonna give up like that? Like, what are you supposed to do?
People are ashamed and embarrassed because the moment, especially Black men, show any type of emotion,
other than anger,
people start to clown them. Now, let me tell you, I see a lot of Black men, way more than I expected to see when I started at this facility a year ago. And let me tell you what I tell them. You're only, as a Black man, taught that you can express anger and ego.
Ooh, baby, you better.
And what happens with that is that anger masks fear, rejection, confusion, loneliness, anger. Okay, church, that's the collection plate.
phone.
This,
Give me that.
this match all of that.
She
And so
preaching.
they're only allowed
Thank
to
you.
express these two
Is it
things.
raining?
And you know where they end up? You know where they end up? Dead or in jail.
Yes. Or in the psych ward with me.
Dead or in jail. But that's the incomplete. That's the in between. And then when they say, and excuse my language, so I'm gonna tell you something. The moment you say, or you express your feelings or your emotions or whatnot, what's the first thing people say? Your boys or someone. Stop acting like a bitch.
Oops. Not that bitch assness. I said that about somebody today.
So the thing is, when you're taught,
they don't want to be vulnerable.
Generationally.
That's true.
Right.
Man up. Stop crying.
And listen,
man up.
And because we're on this and I can speak freely, you know what I tell the men? When I see them, I said, you know what I can't do? I can't get hard. They look at me like, what? I don't have a penis. I'm not able to do that. Do you have tear ducts? Oh, you do that means you're able to cry. You have emotions. You're able to express them. Right. Who told you that was not okay?
I was about to say, you threw me off with that, sweetie. Okay.
But
you go back on that look through me. You
know why? But you want to know why it's important? Because that grabs the attention. Like, what?
What you mean?
But it hones in the point.
Yeah.
I'm not able to do that because it's physically impossible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not physically impossible for you to show your emotions.
Absolutely.
You're taught that that's not okay. Let me tell you the first thing, get rid of anybody who said it's not. Because that's utter bullshit.
Can I tell you, when I started at the job that I am in, like, these is trained killers. Okay.
At the VA? Oh yeah, right.
I don't represent. Listen, we do not represent the organizations that we work.
The views and the opinions.
Thank you.
Are solely ours, and not the organization.
This is MP Bay all day.
I'm just representing Psych Bay.
Yeah,
that's my job. Likes what I'm saying.
It's my opinion, but I had never seen so many men. I guess I made it comfortable because there's certain positions that you're supposed to be in. So when you're interviewing, when I'm assessing and you're doing intake, I want to sit lower than you. So you're on the table above me, like say you're sitting up here, this is the exam table. I'm sitting lower than you to give you a position to feel comfortable, that I'm not talking down to you. Right. I'm not standing up in your face like I'm about to run up out this room because you scare me. I'm not standing between you and the door because they didn't scare me. 80% they didn't.
Of communication is nonverbal, and the stance that you took was welcoming and
come in.
I'm here to listen.
I'm here.
I'm here to understand.
I want to help you. Right. I'm here to help you.
I would get so close to people, they would think I'm crazy. I had a person, they want to yell. I get close. I can't hear you. What you saying? What you saying?
No, but I would do the opposite. I would be over here, say he was on the other, because we, it's a group of us doing the interview. I'm just listening. Now, I'm new to psych. So my thing was, he was on 10. And I was like, you from the east side, ain't you? So he started laughing. He's like, are you serious? I was like, why are you yelling? I do with my babies. You having a temper tantrum. Let me know when you're done. But you at a 10. My ears.
And you want to know, I kind of do the exact opposite because one, I am not licensed clinically, so I can say things a little bit differently.
She get gangster. She get gangster. Okay. But my thing was, if you want to get out of here, because I'm in a locked unit. Right. So the faster you calm down and talk to us, the faster we can help you. That's my thing.
But the thing is, when I see people that are on 10, you want to know the first thing I think? What if it's me? Because I go to 10.
Right? But mine are medicated too.
No, so that's the thing. I'm not.
You're not medicated. Yeah.
So, nope. So remember that. So
they might be self-medicated.
Not that either. Water.
What? No, not you. I'm talking about the patient.
Don't try me on Fiji. Okay?
No, I'm talking about the patients. The patients could be high on something.
It could be that. And the thing is, and I can go into that. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But the thing, when I see somebody that's on 10, because a lot of times I'll be called to that because that's my diagnosis. It's 0 to 10. It's whoa. Mm-hmm. How would I want somebody to broach and approach me when I'm in that state?
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, that's how that person. First of all, I'm gonna read their body language. I done already read the history because I'm not walking in without reading the packet. Okay.
Yes.
No, I need to know what's going on, and I'll know how to broach it.
Because you're coming in the ER. They just got there.
Right. And I had somebody yelling at me, wah, and I'd be like, that's what we doing today? Let me know if that's what we're doing today.
Oops.
And they'll laugh.
They be on tip.
But you want to know why? But you want to know why? Because people
They lost the
can
son.
sense fear.
They can.
I'm an alpha all day.
No,
My
that's
son-
right.
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
So,
There's some.
so no, but
Say it.
seriously,
I can't say that
no,
word
no,
though.
but seriously, people can sense
Oh my
fear.
God.
And people can
We're gonna
sense
close
fear.
with that.
So if you're dealing with somebody, because let me make this very clear, because this is where a lot of people get confused. Mental illness does not equal uneducated.
No.
Mental illness does not equal stupid. Estupido.
Yeah. Or bipolar. Any of the mental.
No.
Yeah.
None of the mental illnesses equate
It's
somebody's
emotional.
understanding
No.
for what's going on.
Let me tell you something. We
and
got
a lot of
5 more
people-
minutes, but
so a lot
yeah.
of people I'm gonna wrap it up. A lot of people confuse that, so they try to talk down to you like
Yeah.
you're dumb,
Yes.
or you have a different type of diagnosis that's on your
especially bipolar. Bipolar,
The black community, they got that
schizophrenia.
bad.
Schizophrenia, remember the movie A Beautiful Mind?
Yeah.
loved it.
Bipolar is an emotional disease. So you go it's no in between. You're either all the way manic where you're very, very
Right.
elatedly happy.
No. It is in between, but
There
it's
is.
managed.
Okay.
It's
If
managed
it's
in between.
managed, I'm talking about if you're
Yeah.
in crises. So you're
Yeah,
either
yeah.
all the way depressed and
Or
you're
all the way
all the
manic.
way happy. And that's Kanye West. He has
No, it's not happy. It's manic.
manic. I'm sorry.
It's a
You're
difference,
not
yeah.
going to sleep. You're not bathing. You're not taking care of yourself. You harm yourself or others. That's when you get admitted to where I am.
But let me
where
tell
you're
you,
locked down.
manic doesn't mean you're not bathing. Manic could be, because I have fits of mania.
Mhm.
She'll tell you what I'm up doing at 3:00 in the morning. Oh, I'm
Can't-
cleaning my house. Woo! It is spotless. You can eat off the floor.
But PTSD, but OCD, PTSD will have you doing all of that because you
Insomnia.
can't sleep.
Right.
Insomnia. So it's like, so I'll classify it as mania, but it's an offset of me having insomnia.
Yeah.
Insomnia because I have night terrors. Night terrors because I have PTSD. PTSD because I was a victim of crime.
Yes.
That's environmental.
Yes.
So my stuff, I'm predisposed to mental illnesses on both sides of my family. But check this out. That's when you get into the substance abuse. That's called a co-occurring disorder. So people want to know why you don't drink. It's alcoholics on both sides of my family. I pick up a drink, I'm gonna be a drunk. No, thank you.
Mm.
Why you don't smoke? It's smokers on both sides of my family. I
Yeah.
pick up the cigarettes. Here I go
I'm
with
not
a
gonna
habit.
stop.
And I'm a cheapskate, so I'm not spending that money.
Okay.
Hi Walmart, shout out. Can I get an endorsement?
Oops.
No, you mean nicotine patches.
Oops. Okay. Well, we got Nikki Teen. How do we
Nikki
get
T. Okay, Nikki T patches.
Okay, let's wrap up. We only got a few more minutes. I just want if you guys want to give out your information, how can people contact you if they're in crisis or they want to talk to you or FaceTime you or what how do we get in touch with you?
Okay, well, if you want to get in touch with me, it's Nikki Turner on Facebook. And you'll see me with glasses.
Spell Nikki for them.
Nikki, then Turner, Turner. A lot of people I talk to through Facebook. If you're feeling suicidal, you can reach out to me. Please understand, if you're having suicidal ideations, I'm a mandated reporter. I have to report it and get you the proper guidance. It's certain things that I cannot do, that I'm not licensed to do, but I have colleagues that are, and I will send you to them.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.
What you want,
people need
Instagram?
Instagram, it's not professional at all. God love Nikki. Follow me. Hi.
7 days a week.
Listen.
Whores in the house.
There's some holes in this house. There's some holes in this.
Seriously,
7 days a week.
And if you need to email or you have any questions or you
Mhm.
need any type of resources, LTURNER crisis services with an S at gmail.com. If you need any type of resources or directions to any sort of mental health services.
And that's all ages, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can message me. If I don't have the information, I will find it.
Thank
And
you.
you can contact, and if you are a woman who is a victim of crime, I teach self-defense classes for free every Sunday.
All right.
Man.
Yes. Thank you. Coming through with the information.
Yes.
Dr. Bay, how can we get it? Can we get it? An appointment or something? Like,
You know, I practice in oncology, so hopefully I would not have to see
what's
a lot of you guys.
oncology? What, like, what is
It
that?
is a specialty of cancer.
Okay. Okay. Never mind.
You wait, they still may need me.
Okay.
I can be reached at Med School Chick on Instagram.
She don't even be on it. She don't even be on it.
I don't, but I'll get it. Nicole MD Pauling on Facebook.
Spell that.
Follow her.
Pauling.
All
And
right.
she's amazing.
You see my cute face.
And she's an amazing resource because when my father was in hospice at my home for cancer, she allowed me to reach out to her. So when she says she'll assist you, she's not lying.
All right.
No, ma'am. Thanks, guys.
And Bald Diva on Instagram.
What?
And y'all know me, your favorite nurse practitioner. I am. Hold on. I'm about to close.
Versace.
Yes, Versace. I gotta change my name.
You do.
I'm about to close, but hold on, give me 1 second, because he looking at me like, okay, your minutes is up.
Like
He
with
like-
the straight face. He's straight face.
Straight as hell.
With the
She
straight
just
face.
turned off the camera like, you're talking to yourself now.
Nope.
I'm just trying to get my Snapchat. It's taking so long to save it, but y'all know me. What is my Snapchat? Beauty and Brains on Snapchat. I am Nurse Practitioner V and Real Nurses of Detroit on Instagram. Facebook, we're The Real Nurses of Detroit, and then VEE, and my last name rhymes with Versace, but it starts with an S. It's Shavachi, but they call me Versace. So,
Wait, who calls you that?
oh yeah, I gotta give some shout outs. Okay, so shout out to the Corner Pocket Podcast for having
Shout
me
out
on
to
there.
the Corner Pocket Podcast.
Yes, they came over last time and we had the Battle of the Sexes, and then I was on their podcast and we were talking about Dr. Dre, who got divorced. That was cool. It's like a barbershop talk type of podcast. Check them out. They're fun. Who else I got to give a shout out to? Signal 27, their Jacksonville podcast on I think on Sundays. I'll put them on my page. I guess that's it. So we'll see you guys back in 2 weeks, and we'll probably be talking about entanglements. I don't know.
Thank you for having me.
7 days a week.